The Cleveland Cavaliers exceeded any and all expectations this past season. In the era where NBA teams want to downsize and increase the space on the court, J.B. Bickerstaff decided to zig when the rest of the league was zagging. Starting 2 7-footers in today's NBA is not that uncommon. Starting 3 is unprecedented. The front court of Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen made life a living hell for opposing teams on the defensive end. Lowry Marketing and Kevin Love provided outside shooting, and Darius Garland developed into one of the best young guards in the league and was named an All-Star for the first time, along with Jarrett Allen. At one point, the Cleveland Cavaliers were at the top of the Eastern Conference, looking like they were going to make the playoffs for the first time since LeBron James left in 2018. But injuries took away a lot of the momentum they had gained from the beginning of the season, and ultimately lost twice in the play-in tournament and once again missed the playoffs. This team is just scratching the surface of what they could eventually become. With their front court set for the most part, drafting a guard could be the move for the Cavaliers at this spot. With the 14th pick in the draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Malachi Brenner from Ohio State University. Brenner was ESPN's 34th ranked player in the class of 2021. And early in the season, you would have never predicted that this guy would be a one-and-done prospect. He didn't have his first double-digit scoring game until December 5th. 2 games later, he had his best game of the season, dropping 35 points against Nebraska. From that point on, NBA scouts started taking notice of the Buckeyes freshman. Offensive efficiency is the word I would use to describe Brenham's game. He shot nearly 50% from the field and 42% from 3. He's a savvy 3-level scorer who finds different ways to get buckets. He can knock down contested shots with ease and is willing to pull the trigger with just an inch of space. And he also flashed the ability to score off the dribble. Those attempts typically came in pick and roll situations, an area he excels in. When Brenham attacks the rim, he has strong shoulders that allow him to take contact while finishing at the rim. Tightening up his handles will help him create even more separation on defenders. He has the competitive drive and edge, along with his size, to be a plus defender on the next level. But like with a lot of guards coming into the NBA, it could take some time to get adjusted. With the 39th pick in the draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Leonard Miller from Fort Erie International Academy. After flirting with the possibility of playing in college, Miller decided to put his name in the draft, and more than likely he will remain in the draft. He's definitely a project, that's for sure. He has drawn a lot of interest from NBA teams because of his size and skill set. At 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan, Miller brings versatility on both ends and also has playmaking ability. There is a reason why this guy has guard-like skills for a player his size. He experienced a late growth spurt in high school and went from 6'4" to 6'11" in a short time span. And it's clear that he retained some of those ball handling and playmaking instincts. Miller definitely used his skill and athleticism to dominate the high school level by simply shooting over the top of the competition. He used his height very well when taking in between shots and should continue to do so at the NBA level when he gets switches. There were times against elevated competition where he looked a little overwhelmed, but there were also times where his elite tools were on full display for the world to see. He's a potential home run prospect in the eyes of many, but the key word here is potential. He still hasn't quite put things together, and he never played against college or international competition for a whole season. For as talented as Miller clearly is, he's far away from being a valuable NBA contributor. As often as he sees the floor and makes high-level decisions, he can make bad decisions with the basketball just as frequently, if not more so. He can sometimes play out of control, and that often leads to turnovers, missed layups at the rim, and simply taking himself out of the play. On defense, sometimes he loses focus and gets lazy, which leads to allowing some easy shots, offensive rebounds, and passes to occur because he's simply behind the play. His jump shot is not where he needs to be at this point, and he needs to be more focused and disciplined on defense. He's probably 2 years away from being 2 years away, but the talent is there. With the 56th pick in the draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Dominique Barlow from Overtime Elite. Leonard Miller wasn't the only one who had a big growth spurt in high school. Add Barlow to that list. He measured in at 6'10", weighing around 220 pounds with a 7'3" wingspan. He made major strides in a number of areas. He scored efficiently across matchups with other overtime elite teams and a range of other prep programs. Most of his scoring came on effort plays off the ball and scoring in transition. Barlow also showed the ability to attack the rim and showed some good footwork in the mid-post area. Ranking among the most efficient offensive players in overtime elite, he flashed interesting versatility and plenty of room to continue to improve. Barlow attacked closeouts and made the simple play as a passer as well. Overall, Barlow is still evolving as an offensive weapon, but made notable strides with his skill set from his final year in high school. He's a good athlete who can play above the rim in space. He ranked in the 92nd percentile in transition scoring, making a consistent effort to beat the defense up the court or fill the lanes behind the play. Barlow was assertive, looking to play through contact and took what the defenders gave him as a slasher, and was effective on the glass. Barlow struggled to convert consistently in the half court, but he did shoot the three well in transition and seemed to find a nice rhythm mid-year. He flashed some instincts in the passing lanes and as a shot blocker, but he will face a bit of a learning curve as an off-ball defender at the next level. Barlow has the size and athleticism to find a way to impact the game on both ends in the future.